Good evening. I'm Mr. Chaos, and today I'm going to be reacting to the 18th episode of My Little Pony Season 6, Buckball Season. Yeah, it's called Buckball Season. So, even without watching the trailer, I never watched any trailers or sneak peeks for this episode, and I remember seeing this title on the episode list for MLP Season 6 on Wikipedia, and Buckball Season, it just makes me think it's going to be kind of a sports episode. So yeah, I guess we've gone from go-kart racing to Buckball. Who knows what that even is, but yeah, I actually, well, at least I saw kind of a thumbnail of Pinkie Pie having some kind of weird cheerleader hairstyle on one of the thumbnails for the trailer for this episode. I think I remember seeing it on Brony DE's channel. But what I can really take from this episode is, based on the title, Buckball Season, I guess it's a sports episode, but we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be too boring. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Distance booking.
Oh, okay, so Applejack is practicing for the Buckball game?
Rayburn and the rest of the Apple family in Appaloosa seem to think that their team can beat Ponyville at Buckball.
Alright.
What? That's ridiculous! No pony beats Ponyville! I mean, I could beat the whole town of Appaloosa at Buckball with one wing tied behind my back!
So I can count
Oh, wow.
the Buckball team?
Oh yeah, I am so there! I've just got one question. What's Buckball?
What?
So basically, Buckball...
Oh, well, that's a way to skip the theme song with a bit of a glitch.
Defense, teamwork, non-stop action, it's got it all!
Well, Rainbow Dash, you sure seem to know a lot about this game.
I wonder if there's gonna be a Rainbow Dash or an Applejack song in this.
Yeah, I'm kind of an expert.
An expert who hadn't heard of the game either until I told you.
Well, it's a new game.
Okay.
Than most ponies, so that makes me an expert. I don't know anything about it at all, but it sounds like there's a ball and bucking, so I'm betting it's super duper fun!
Yep, Pinkie and the fun.
Rayburn somehow convinced a Pegasus and a unicorn to come play with him on the Appaloosa team. And he can't stop bragging about how his team is gonna beat ours.
But, we don't have a
Yeah,
team.
people bragging about how they're gonna win against you can actually get pretty annoying sometimes.
That's where you two come in. They know we're not unicorns, right? Obviously. You're gonna be on my team, and Fluttershy is gonna be on Applejack's team.
We'll play against each other, along with whatever unicorns want to try out, until we find the best one.
Oh! Phew! That's a relief, because I left my unicorn costume at home.
Okay.
I know a lot of you
Oh, there's Pinkie's crazy hairstyle.
an amazing game Buckball is. And even though it's all
Oh, there's Applejack's winter wrap-up uniform.
you probably don't know anything about it. So I thought we'd give you a quick demonstration. The two Earth ponies
It's an interesting outfit for Big Mac.
in the middle of the field for the buck-off. They both try to be the first one to
The Buck off. Like, you know, Buck is, you know, the Brony fandom's version of the F word, so this kind of sounds a bit wrong. I'm sorry.
Just give it a little kick, Pinkie.
Yeah, that would be Fluttershy's reaction.
And all the unicorns have to do is float these here baskets.
That is a crazy hairstyle for Pinkie Pie.
As many balls as possible for their team. You two get the idea?
Absolutely!
Oh, I don't know. That ball moves pretty fast.
Yeah, maybe Fluttershy's definition of the game is dodge any ball that comes flying towards you like dodgeball.
What do I do?
When the ball comes towards you, catch it.
Okay, just try your best, Pinky. I have been doing this a lot longer than you. Nice kick.
Okay, for some reason that line actually seemed funny, like, nice kick.
Right save.
Oh, there you go, Fluttershy.
Coming your way, Pinky!
Yeah, you had to have the bucket facing the other way.
It actually is kind of fun.
Where did Pinkie Pie learn to buck like that?
And Fluttershy.
She's just Pinky. I mean, she has her weird ways of winning things and, you know, discovering things.
Okay. Well, let's see what the rest of you can do. Now,
Yeah, it's like Pinky willpower.
Well, hello there, Mr. Ball. Hurry along, butterflies, before that ball comes and hits you.
No. Okay. Let's see what the rest of you can do.
Nope.
Definitely not.
No.
Not a chance.
No.
Nope.
And no. This didn't go how I thought it would.
Yeah, obviously.
It sure didn't.
This game is a whole lot more fun than I thought it would be.
It's exactly as much fun as I thought it would be.
Carrying my water, my water.
Oh, hey, it's
Carrying my water.
Snails or Snips, like. Oh, Snails. Okay, all right.
Amazing.
You should be more careful with these. You could lose them.
Hey, Snails, can you float one of those?
Applejack's face.
Sure.
I like that face Applejack was making. I mean, I know it's not that much of an epic face, but it's enjoyable to look at.
Anything else?
Ah, you got your new recruit then.
Wow, Snails, you're a natural at Buckball.
Yep, he's gonna be their new recruit.
We were running out of unicorns.
Do you think you'll be ready to play with Applejack and Rainbow Dash against the Appaloosa team?
I guess I'll find out. Plus, after I deliver this water, I don't really have anything else to do.
Well, Snails, with you on the team, Ponyville is one
Huh.
step closer.
Okay, so we got some more interaction with Snails then.
And after today, it's pretty clear who the other two players should be.
Well, what do you mean? I thought you and Dash were gonna play.
Yeah, if you're not crushing Appaloosa, who is?
Still, that hairstyle though.
Obviously.
It's not that I have a problem with it, it just looks bizarre.
Discovery Family.
Scovery Family? Okay, there's a new channel name, Scovery Family. I don't know, it's just a glitch.
Us to play Buckball against Appaloosa instead of you?
Mm-hmm. That's incredible!
Uncredible?
Unbelievable and incredible.
Uncredible! That reminds me of YTP of The Incredibles, like The
And
Uncredibles.
if it means beating Appaloosa, I'll give either one of you my spot on the team quicker than Granny Smith can core an apple.
Me too. I'd normally be so pumped all of Ponyville was counting on me to win. I'd run right over the competition. But you still flew rings around me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just having fun.
But you can have all the fun you want as long as it's while you're beating the hide off of Braybird's team.
I do like fun.
Honestly, the game was a little scary at first, but once I got the hang of it, I had a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Get this party started.
All right. But if we really
Uh,
we're gonna
The
have
way
to
Pinky was dancing there,
Serious?
I'm not really. Oh god, that face in that one frame. She had a weird face in the frame there, but yeah, the way she was dancing, Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna make kind of a suggestive remake picture of that on Derpy Burrow. I'm not really sure. Maybe, I don't know.
That's why, before we leave for Appaloosa tomorrow, you two are gonna practice just as hard as we would.
So let's hop to it. Snails already has a head start on you. Okay, if you want to win, you totally got to get this drill down.
I do?
Memory of Hurricane Fluttershy right there. You know, Rainbow Dash kind of being rough on Fluttershy, if you know what I mean. Oh god, that face, that actually... okay, that face is actually creeping me out.
It's all about ball control. Ready? Go! Come on, faster! You don't want Ponyville to lose because you can't get into high gear, do you?
All right. Being able to buck a ball into a goal from any direction is the most important thing in the game.
If you say so.
Oh, okay, so... Okay, so the main idea of Buckball is to... Oh, okay. Okay, Piggy is actually really cute in this scene.
One miss will ruin the Apple family's buckball reputation forever.
Whoops. Come on, push, push, push!
Come on now. Every shot is for Sweet Appalachers. And me, and Dash, and all of Ponyville.
It's... Yeah, stop trying to rush them and pressure them so much. I mean, jeez.
Come on!
Oh, that face.
Keep it up.
There's so many desperate and kind of scared faces in this episode. Oh. I wouldn't want that to happen to me when I'm in a tunnel slide.
What in the apple happened to those two?
Because you're putting too much pressure on them.
With us before.
Wait, am I beginning to see the lesson here?
All right. That's it for today, y'all.
Phew. I thought practice was supposed to make us better.
Yeah, not like pressured soldiers in at boot camp or something.
Just be sure to get your heads in the game before tomorrow. All of Ponyville.
I think I can see what this lesson is about already. I'm not really sure. I mean, we're only like halfway through the episode, so let's see what happens.
I really don't want to let Applejack and Rainbow Dash down, or any pony else, but after that practice, I'm not feeling very confident.
Maybe we weren't that bad. I guess I was hoping you saw something I didn't.
I know our friends want us to win, but how can the whole town be counting on us if most ponies have never even heard of Buckball?
I know. How can we disappoint a pony who doesn't even know we have a team?
Wait, how would a good fraction of Ponyville not know what Buckball is? I mean, it sounds like a pretty well. It would sound like it would be a pretty well-known sport in a country of Equestria. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Oh, Lyra, that's some good face painting there.
Whoa. The whole town really seems to care about this game a lot.
Oh, okay, so I was right, they do. Because I was like, okay, what kind of fraction of Ponyville wouldn't know what sports this is? I like how even Derpy has a blue painted face as well. I like how she has like a silly hat on as well.
We kind of went around town and talked up the team a little.
Yep. We wanted to make sure you two
Oh yeah, a little.
Ponyville was behind you.
Great.
The whole town's already planning a parade for when you get back after whooping Appaloosa. That should feel pretty good.
It should.
Totally. Just spend the whole ride to Appaloosa thinking about every pony cheering for the victorious Ponyville.
There was another good face in that frame.
That Princess Celestia even comes to congratulate you. If that doesn't get you in the zone, I don't know what
Yeah, maybe actually feeling confident will get them in the zone.
Zone Rainbow Dash is talking about, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to be in it. Do you?
Yeah, now that they feel pressured, now they don't really want to. I would feel the same way.
Thinking about every pony, thinking about us. There's just no way there's no way that we can get in the zone because the zone sounds like a horrible place since we are
Oh god, Fluttershy, all these faces.
let every pony down, and we don't want to.
Oh god, Fluttershy, jeez. Oh god.
In case you were worried.
Wait, what?
I don't get it. They're naturals. Why wouldn't they want to play anymore?
Oh, so the seat guardrails are kind of 3D because you see how they're going by them as they're kind of walking.
Having ponies depend on you is exactly what you need to focus
Get serious and play hard and
get ready to totally smash the competition and none of that sounds like Pinky or Fluttershy, does it?
No, it doesn't. It sounds more like you guys.
got so wrapped up in what's important to us, we went and
You weren't considering others.
game for them.
What do we do now?
I knew it. You were pressuring them too much. I caught this lesson.
Pinky? Fluttershy?
You know you're in here. Well, we've looked in every other car on the train.
Maybe you need to look again. Yeah, because we're totally not in.
Are they in that treasure chest there?
We're definitely not in here. If you're gonna try and make us play against that Baloosa. Or any pony else.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, we're sorry to let you down. It's better to do it now than during the game.
No, they're sorry that they pressured you into being something you're not.
We don't?
Nope. We're gonna take your place. So you don't have to worry about that at all.
Why didn't you say so? But we can't take on Brayburn and his team without any practice. So we need you to play just one more time.
Against us. Now, I know we mixed up the teams before, but since Dash and I really need the practice, we'll play against the two of you.
Oh, I don't know how much practice you'll get against us. We've been playing just awful.
Don't worry about it. Applejack and I just need a little workout.
Yep, you two just do your best.
I can do that.
Oh, okay, so now you're gonna let them kind of get the hang of it again, so now that they're having fun. Okay, so kind of a repeat pattern.
Looks like you two really do need practice.
Now look who's talking. Okay, I also feel this instrumental could have been used in the song, but I guess not. Yeah, I really feel like this instrumental could have been used in the song. Seriously, I feel like this season has a lot of good instrumentals with a lot of wasted vocal opportunities for a song. This could have been a nice song. I like this instrumental music.
If you need more practice, we can keep going.
Now they're the ones with the kind of weird hair.
Playing against you two is just as humiliating now as it was.
Oh god, they both look like crap.
How awesome you are. Wait. What?
Finally!
You must have noticed how you aren't bad anymore.
Oh yeah. Weird.
But, why were we so terrible before?
Because you were getting the hang of it.
On pressure, and some ponies don't. And even though we weren't playing, we were treating you like us, which totally stressed you out.
And that
Exactly.
took the fun right out of the game for you.
And having fun is what makes you really, really, really good.
But being good doesn't matter if we're too afraid of letting ponies down.
Yeah! What about all those ponies back in Ponyville counting on us to win?
I'm sure folks want you to win, but not if worrying about it makes you miserable. Winning's never worth that.
But
Yeah, winning should make you feel good, not all stress.
You could do what I do and not think about it. Seriously, I don't think about anything. Ever.
Okay. Oh, what? That one of the guys on Brayburn's team kind of looks like bulk biceps, only it's a different color.
so is that Pegasus. Oh, I don't know if we can win.
You know what I would do?
Not think about it?
Not think. Oh, yeah, that.
And as
Oh yeah, he wasn't thinking about it, so of course he didn't remember.
win or not.
I think it's more fun this way.
And Pinky wins the Buckball. On her shot, rejected.
Oh, what? Is that like a female version of bulk biceps?
Fluttershy save. Next point wins. Lots of tense back and forth.
Yeah, it's a female version of bulk biceps because I can see the eyelashes.
There. No! It's Pinky with a somersault kick. What a move! And that's the game. Ponyville wins.
Looks like you three made quite an impression.
Well, cousin, I have to admit, your Ponyville team played a pretty good game.
Good game. We bucked the hubs right off of you.
Yep, you sure as shooting did.
Yeah, that is a female version of bulk biceps. I wonder what her name is.
Oh, I wouldn't get too serious.
Yeah, every pony knows the secret to good buckball is just having fun.
Yeah, not being too serious. Oh, this is kind of relatable, actually. Alright, Okay, whoever uploaded this cut the credits short, but that wasn't that bad, to be honest. And that was my reaction to episode 18 of MLP Season 6, Buckball Season. And, okay, this episode wasn't bad. Like, compared to... If I were to compare it to the last episode, Dungeons and Discord, in my opinion, this episode was actually better. Like the faces, like, all the faces, like, I'm just waiting for Derpy Burl to just fill up with a bunch of screenshots of all, like, the faces and everything. Like, I know not all of the faces are that comical or that epic, but, I mean, I feel that they're worth getting a screenshot of, like, all the cheerful faces and all the scared faces and that very scary, angry, assertive face that Fluttershy had on the train. Yeah, that actually creeped me out a little bit as well. But yeah, there's just so many funny faces in this episode. And a lot of cute moments in this episode, like just seeing Pinky having fun during the training. Yeah, that was fun to see. And you know, in terms of just the episode in general, yeah, I knew I sort of called it. Like, the lesson was going to be about... Like, what I took from this episode in general is, that I pretty much called the lesson. The lesson was obviously, like, people have their own personalities, and clearly Rainbow Dash and Applejack's personality was, you know, they're kind of competitive and they're kind of tough, and they like kind of taking these kind of competitions kind of seriously. Meanwhile, Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, on the other hand, just want to have some calm and, you know, kind of not too rough fun, and, you know, that's why during the training they were a bit scared at first. They were kind of dodging the balls at first, and, but then after a while they got the hang of it and they obviously started having fun. But then, Applejack and Rainbow Dash, with their different competitive and more tough athlete personalities, they were kind of pressuring them too much into being like them. And that's what got me to say at the end that lesson is actually pretty relatable to a couple of real life scenarios. And yeah, like I'm trying to piece something together without giving too much about myself away. Um, like I said, this lesson was actually kind of relatable because lately I've been trying to work on not only my videos but also my personality in life, and I've been actually liking it. And I will admit, I kind of felt like I kind of pressured other people into being like me. Only I respect their interest, and basically what I'm saying is this kind of has something to do with the the forgiveness thing. The how I changed from being, my old suicidal depressed self from 2015 to this kind of more happier and enthusiastic person who just wants to do videos with a passion. Yeah, even though it hasn't really gotten a lot of people to forgive me for stuff I've done in the past. Um, yeah, sometimes I kind of, well, how I feel it kind of relates to this lesson of kind of forcing your personality or your ways onto somebody else during something like this or any life scenario is, uh, okay, no, I think I'm kind of derailing. I think those two scenarios are completely different, but uh, what I'm saying is, the best I can really say is, because I've been trying to change lately, which has been kind of successful, and I've been pretty satisfied with it. I've been trying to change my lifestyle and personality, and yeah, sometimes I was kind of trying to force my like ways onto other teenagers or on other people who I feel don't really care much for society or just lazy or who I don't feel are enthusiastic enough, but this lesson just I feel is relatable to me because maybe I kind of learned that I should just let other people be themselves and just let them change in their time. Don't just force them to change or don't force them to be like my personality. Don't force my personality onto them is what I'm saying. So so yeah, that's why I said this episode can be kind of relatable to a couple of other people and especially just me because I said, that's what I took from this episode. Maybe I should just let people change in their time and don't like force my lifestyle or personality or my ways onto them. Like I can tell them about it, but like don't like force them into it to a point that kind of makes them uncomfortable or like they don't want to be around you. Because that's clearly what happens in this episode. Like Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie get kind of too stressed, and they kind of end up breaking down on the train, and they end up hiding in kind of the luggage car. And then Rainbow Dash and Applejack obviously find them later and kind of say they're sorry, and we'll just start again, and and once again they just let them get the hang of it, and then they were actually having fun. And Snails' little tip, like, you know how I get things done? I just don't think about it at all. And yeah, that obviously worked in the end. And to be honest, I didn't find the ending like too predictable. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of reactors will find the ending pretty predictable because it's an MLP episode. Like there has to be a good ending, but I did find the ending a bit predictable. Like yeah, they won, whatever. But at least it felt like there was actually some more intriguing build-up process to it. Like Dungeons and Discords just I already told you my opinion. To me it just felt slow and the lesson just felt so slow paced and I mean we were literally watching them just sit at the table playing that board game while Discord is just desperately trying to get out of it for almost a good 5 minutes of the episode. Like ugh. But yeah, enough with that episode. I'm just saying, compared to that episode, this episode was much more entertaining and much more enjoyable, and yeah, just to me, it was better. And yeah, I did really, well, I didn't really find the lesson in it really as kind of inspiring or effective as No Second Prances did, because you all know how I was at Second Prances, I kind of, liked how they touched upon the episode. Like, not all people are willing to give you a second chance, and, yeah, not even the ones you thought were to be your loved ones, but yeah, that's why I kind of like that lesson in that episode. That's why I kind of like No Second Prances, because I like how they tackled that lesson in an episode of MLP. So I kind of like how they tackled this lesson as well. Like I said, it didn't really feel as, impacting as the No Second Prances episode did it, but this episode really did kind of portray the lesson. You know, everybody has their own personalities, but when it comes to actually interacting with others, you shouldn't really try to force your personality onto others like so harshly. Like you shouldn't like be rough on people. Like you shouldn't like just try to like force them to be like you. Like, Applejack and Rainbow Dash really shouldn't have tried to force Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy to be like them, like all tough and whatnot, because that's not them. Because obviously Pinkie's the fun one and Fluttershy is the calm, but at the same time she likes to have some fun as well. And the only way for them to really have fun and enjoy themselves was for them to just, be a little scared at first, but, as time went on, they just had to get used to it, and then eventually they got the hang of it, and then they were actually having fun. Like Fluttershy was having fun, like flicking the balls back with her tail, and Pinkie with her, Pinkie willpower was just bucking the balls really hard, just out of fun. Like even Applejack was like, "Nice shot," like she couldn't believe it. Like she thought like she was the toughest bucker, but Pinkie with her like willpower, she bucked it obviously really hard, and she's like, "How'd you do that?" And Pinkie didn't really give much of. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if Pinkie really gave much of an answer, but what I'm saying is, Pinkie and Fluttershy were, just having fun, and that was just them. That was their personality. So that's how they felt comfortable doing it. And but then when Rainbow Dash and Applejack tried to kind of force their personalities onto them and try to make them be like them during the competition, it overwhelmed them, and it made them feel stressed, and it made them feel uncomfortable, to a point where they kind of broke down in emotions on the train and admitted their feelings, and then they ran to the luggage car to hide. So, and oh yeah, during the competition, I don't know the name. Like maybe somebody will probably let me know the name in the future, or maybe I'll find out. But it was kind of interesting seeing that female version of kind of both biceps at on Brayburn's team at the competition. Like, she just seemed like an interesting character. Like, I don't know. I just find it interesting to see female version of both biceps in an MLP episode. I wonder what her name is. Maybe I'll find out in the future. But I really want to address more for this episode, because compared to Dungeons and Discords, I really did like this episode. And it was just fun, and I like the lesson they tackled. I mean, well, no, maybe this was kind of the best way they could tackle a lesson like this, because it would make sense that they would choose Rainbow Dash Applejack against kind of Pinkie and Fluttershy for this lesson. So, no, actually this was fine. Like, I can't really think of any really better way they could have tackled this lesson. So, Hasbro, just good job. You did what you could, and when you did what you could to make an episode as good as you could have made it, then I still applaud you. Like, what else could you have done? I mean, if you tried to do better and you ended up kind of screwing the episode up, I mean, well, I don't know if we can really applaud you for that, because it's called making a pretty dumb decision. But to Hasbro, I applaud you, like, for the people who worked on this episode. It really did seem like you really tried what you could to really tackle this lesson in the best way you could, and you really did choose good characters for it. Because, Rarity and Twilight wouldn't have really had a very valid purpose to serve in this episode. So it made sense that you just chose Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy. And yeah, the interaction with Snails, that was actually very entertaining and kind of comical to see. Like, Snails really did make this episode entertaining. Like, the way he just mindlessly catches all the balls like a master, and the way he just says, "I just don't think about it at all." And at the competition, Pinkie's like, "We just don't think about it at all." And he's like, "What?" "Oh yeah, because he wasn't even thinking about not thinking about it at all, so he didn't even remember." So yeah, that would make sense. But I did kind of like the interaction with Snails, and even though Snips wasn't there, because they're usually together as just like couple friends, but I was actually, for some reason, actually quite fine with them just having just Snails in this episode, because it just felt like it was just right. Like, I just felt like if both Snips and Snails were there, you know, the people who made this episode would have a little bit more characters to have to interact with more, and they would have to kind of fill more episode time space, and they wouldn't really have time to make all those comical faces from Piggy Pie and Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. Everybody had a comical face in this episode. I mean, if you really look at the frames hard enough, there are a lot of good faces in this episode that I feel that are worthy of screenshots to go on Derpy Burrow for this episode. So, is there any more? No, but just I like this episode. To me, this episode is not perfect or really that awesome, but it falls in the category between it falls in the category between awesome and good. So it falls under the category, to me, great. It's a great episode. So I would give this episode probably 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10, I don't know. It's just about that, because and again, I respect people who like the Dungeons and Discord episode, and I kind of saw that Dr. Wolf kind of enjoyed that episode, and just know that I know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons, because my friend Skype told me over a Skype call last time that the title Dungeons and Discords is a reference to the Dungeons and Dragons game. I believe that's what it was called, but just know that I respect people who like that episode. I respect people I respect people for what they like. Like, I'm not just like people who say, oh, I hate you for liking something I don't like. I'm not like that anymore. Well, I was never like that, but you know what I'm talking about. I want to be in a more civilized manner now. And I just really hope a lot of other people, you know, notice that they have to act more in a civilized manner like that in the future. But yeah, enough with talking about world issues. But yeah, I respect the people who like Dungeons and Discords, but to me, this is my opinion, to me it was just boring. Like, that was my honest reaction. I wasn't like sleepy that day, or I was just trying to get it over with. Because it was a Discord episode, I thought this was going to be a great episode, but no, it just felt slow paced, and Spike and Big Max's Big Mashes. Why is it like mashed potato? Enough. Spike and Big Mac's personality in that episode just seemed like, kind of a dud. They just seemed like duds. Like Discord offered them a freaking party. Like, I would go to that compared to just sitting around and playing a board game. But no, they wanted to go to a stupid board game? I mean, sure, it's kind of cool that it kind of turned into kind of a real-life simulation thing, but I just felt that episode was just executed pretty poorly, actually. But, and enough with that. But this episode, I definitely give it either a 6 or 7 out of 10. Like, it isn't awesome or perfect, but it falls under the category of great. So, yeah, so I like this episode. Thank you to the people who worked on this episode. And like I said, this episode is the kind of episode that makes me feel like I don't think they really could have tackled this lesson any better than this. So they were doing the best they could with what they got. So, and I felt like they chose the appropriate characters for the lesson in this episode. So, yeah, just good job, Hasbro, and all the other people who worked on this episode. You did your best, and so yeah, that I applaud you for. I still applaud episodes where it feels like the people who wrote the episode and made it felt like they did their best. Like, they knew it wasn't going to be the best, but at least they did what they could with what they got. So, is there anything really else to talk about? No, just I like the lesson. I like the lesson of, we all have our personalities. Obviously Rainbow Dash and Applejack have their competitive and kind of athlete personalities, while Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie are fun and also kind of calm. And, Rainbow Dash and Applejack needed to understand that they have those personalities and that they shouldn't force they shouldn't force their tough athlete personalities on them and expect them to just turn into them, like, within one training, because then you'll just end up overwhelming them and stressing them out and making them not really want to play. Because, when we're playing, like, a competitive game, like, everybody should have their own way of playing, and that's what really makes it comfortable for everybody to play. So, you know, an all-player friendly game, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, kind of rated E, like rated E for everybody with all sorts of different personalities. Okay, that was a bit of a tacky joke, but yeah, what can I say? I liked this episode. It was just really great. So yeah, just thank you to the people who worked on this episode, and yeah, just I don't think you could have picked any other character that would have been more suitable for this lesson. So good job working with what you got, and yeah, I just really like the lesson in this episode. And oh yeah, that instrumental. Okay, what I meant why I feel season 6 is kind of wasting instrumentals that could have been good in the song. What I mean is, I'm the type of person who really also listens to the background track music and scenes in the show. So, you know, that music during where Rainbow Dash and Applejack are kind of apologizing, and they're just doing a kind of less brutal training, and they're actually letting Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie just get the hang of it again and actually have fun again. And, you know, the music during that scene I felt actually could have been used in a song. I mean, you know, maybe a song wouldn't have been, you know, the best way to go about things in this episode. And in a lot of ways that could be true, but I just felt that that instrumental could have been used in a song. I mean, it could have been nice with, you know, their vocals with it. I don't know, just let me know what you think. Like, I just really think Season 6 has been really wasting a lot of good instrumentals that could have worked well with vocals, and they could have made them into great songs. I mean, Season 5 had, like, so many songs compared to this so far, so... But, yeah. So, yeah, that's really all I can really go over in this episode. But, yeah, just I like this episode, and just always let me know in the comment section what you thought about this episode, because I like to hear others' opinions, and yeah, just what can I say? This episode was awesome. Well, it was great. So anyway, so that was my reaction to episode 18 of MLP Season 6, Buckball Season. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and review. Please don't forget to subscribe only if you actually like the content on my channel, not just because I asked you to. And, as always, I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Bro to everybody watching, and I will see you next time.